That is most definitely a cubicle.
Power 4.4 radio are solely the opinions of the individuals involved.
I love that announcement. I know it's professional, but I love that announcement.
Power 4.4 radio is not responsible for any information reported on the program. Today's show is
How many times you hit that button on? 2 weeks ago. That was funny. That was hilarious.
443.
That was absolutely hilarious.
2429. Let them know that Power 4.4 Radio sent you and follow them on social media at JH3MM. Book your appointment today and make today last forever.
Official word, take us
home.
Wherever you go. Power 4.4 Radio.
Your boy 9410. Make sure you stay locked in. Power 4.4 Radio. Great music, great show. You heard.
Tune in to Baby Girl Says Who, What, When, Where, and Why every second and fourth Sunday, where our topics will empower you, enlighten you, and educate you. This is Renee Reynolds, aka Baby Girl Says Who, What, When, Where, and Why on Power 4.4.
Go ahead.
Greetings. It's your Queen of Trauma Drama, Evangelist Dr. Tony Terry, asking you to join me every Sunday for the Hour Power Radio Show, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Power 4.4 Radio. This is a place where you can speak your trauma and eliminate your drama. Again, that's every Sunday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Power 4.4 Radio.
Hey Jay, I got some questions, man.
What's going on?
Are we so broke that you forgot the 4.4?
Radio.
Where's
So
the
listen, y'all,
4.4?
this is my
What?
personal
Why does that only say power?
invitation. Join me every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
4.4.
Oh,
4.4
radio is right here, but
My
it's
show.
up in white.
Crazy
So it's
Connections
what is it?
with Reverend B. I'm here
You a liar, man.
you. To stay spiritually connected with me.
I was about to be
Reverend B.
like, nah,
Listen,
nah,
y'all,
man.
y'all can go ahead and download the Live 365
They
app.
go down like this.
Search bar, Power 4.4 Radio, and join me every Sunday. Did I say every Sunday? Every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on Power 4.4 Radio. Peace. This is Kid Kong. Tune into Tune World every Saturday from 8 to 9 p.m. on Power 4.4 Radio.
Baby.
Welcome back to another awesome episode of Tune World on Power 4.4 Radio. As always, I'm your host, Kid Kong. Hey, Mark, get the money. And with me, as always, Jay McGraw.
What's up? Hopefully everybody has their popcorn.
I hope everybody does.
Yeah, make sure you got your popcorn.
That's right. Hey ho hey, and speaking of hey ho hey, you know the ghost still ahead.
Bulls in a bunch.
He's still on payroll, y'all.
Hey, DJ ain't gonna bank, man. You already know what it is. You're rocking with Tune World on Power 4.4 Radio. You heard?
So while I may not be on camera, I'm still there in spirit. That's the back way.
You guys didn't need me anyway. You guys handled it on your own.
Yeah, I know. I don't just show up the Toon World like that. No, like we don't just hey. I command a big salary. You know, when Toon World starts jumping like mainstream wise,
then I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll give you up. And I'll be the nigga right there, like, you know what? Yeah,
I'll be there every week.
Hey, gotta make sure that money's right.
Hey, yo.
Man, how's your Saturday, Jay?
Oh man, my Saturday's been good, man. What are we doing this week? Because I seen you post on Facebook about.
Well, I wanted to go ahead and ask that question again.
And before you answer that question,
what's that?
The views. On the broadcast of radio solely the opinions of the individuals involved. I had to.
That's right. It's all right. It had to, I get that.
Power 4.4 radio is not responsible for.
You don't really hit me with that. How many times am I gonna get that, man? How many times am I gonna get that?
Hey, you talking about a controversial topic? I have to, make sure.
All right. Well, this isn't necessarily a controversial topic, but is it possible to be friends with your baby mama or baby daddy? And if not, why? I mean, I have seen a lot of people that went and commented, talked to me on my social media about it, and they mentioned that, they said, for the sake of the child, they can be cordial, but they can't be, I don't even want to go as far as to say friends, but like at least, friends? Friendly.
They can't be cordial, but they can be friends.
No, like not even like friends, because all right, like some people put in certain factors.
Man, I think the reason why that subject is so touchy is because a lot of times we leave on bad terms. So it's like, I can't stand that. Or the girl's like, I can't stand that Negro.
Right. It's like you sit there and you have the, I assume y'all just be having those like those flashbacks or whatever of your drawers flying out of the top. You sitting there and sit there like, it's hard to be friends with somebody that tried to stab me, but then again, for me personally, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a very adventurous person for the most part. So, if you throw a Molotov cocktail through my window,
I'm going to kick you.
Right? Well,
ho, hey, ho.
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and you got to be ejecto. But like at the same time, because we're humans and we're crazy, something about that is so endearing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, come on now. Who doesn't love that energy when they're a little bit younger? Like you sit there and you just be like, damn, wow. You know what I mean? Like. She tried to stab me. She tried to throw a Molotov cocktail through my window. And it's like something about that is just like
sexy.
A little bit. That's not sexy, D?
No.
A woman trying to kill you ain't sexy?
No.
Am I toxic?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what it is.
What is your sign?
No, we're not talking about my sign.
What's your sign?
Scorpio.
Oh, it definitely is.
No. And that's another thing I want to go ahead and put out.
Scorpios are toxic.
No.
Toxic.
How are we toxic? I'm tired of it.
You think it's sexy for a woman to try to kill you?
No, I don't think it's sexy that she tried to kill me. I think that it's exciting.
I'm going to retract that. Because I have some friends, right?
Right.
And a friend of mine always seemed to love to get with a woman, cheat on her in broad daylight, and that person reacts and damn near tries to kill them. And they like it because they keep going back and back. And back.
Yeah.
So maybe I think some people out here in this world may like that. But me, nah.
Maybe in my younger days, I used to think that was kind of sexy. Like, oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, okay,
She
obviously,
loved me that much that she tried to kill me.
right? Obviously, because I'm in like you can't call it like the middle, but because I'm in the part of my life where I'm like, I still remember like when she was like crazy, and I'm like, that was kind of fun. And then there's gonna be a part of me in like 10 years to be like,
not no more.
Yeah, yeah, like I'm over here getting regular exams. I'm over here, going to the doctors a little bit more than I should. So like, but for me, it's like like I said, I can't exactly comment on being friends with a baby mama or anything like that because I don't have one that I know of.
Right.
But like when we talk about like the whole being friends with a crazy, it's like I just feel like
you feel like
I feel like you should keep a friendly sort of pace for
the kids.
Yes, of course. Obviously, that's the number one aspect when it comes to what you're dealing with this.
Absolutely.
But even then,
that ain't normal these days.
Yeah, I sit there and I wonder. I'm like, why exactly is like? I feel like the dynamic of a family is slowly becoming a dying thing.
Well, I think the premonition of life has become that because like men are slowly deteriorating. You find more females saying, "Yeah, I need a woman," or just the thought. Like, all right, I'm gonna say it like this. Cause I kind of caught offense.
You did?
I caught offense. Yeah, my wife to be posted on social media that she had posted like a what do you call those things? A memory.
Yeah.
She posted a memory and it said simply that her baby mama her birthday was that day, but this time she said wife. And I'm thinking, oh, bitch. I got my panties in a bunch.
And that's
and I think for women it's regular to joke like that, but and is demeaning your position.
It absolutely is. And I say that because I ran into
because I definitely had a problem with it because it's like
this
woman don't pay your bills, this woman don't pay your rent, this woman don't
well, here's my thing. As long as you get like a certain like you're knowledgeable of what the status is with said woman. And that is something you're owed as a man, as her husband.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because simply put, some females will sit there and be like, oh, I don't need to sit there and tell you this, that, and third. It's like, well, you do because I'm your husband as you're my wife, and I'm required to sit there and tell you some stuff. Now, we as men, you know what I mean? Like, I do know a few friends that joke around on that type of stuff, but women know we ain't gonna sit there and leave them for a minute.
But should it be right? So should it be a thing that's accepted? Because what it does is it slowly brings to, okay, that's cool to say out your mouth. Now, I'm fairly older, so it's like back in my time,
right.
that type of terminology was not used.
Hell no, because
it was my homegirl, my best friend, my bestie, or my friend from brother from another. We always talk that, but now it's become demeanor to the man's position because now it's like, okay, that's cool, we accept that. It's like women go around saying wifey to another woman that they don't.
Well, I think it's because before or whatever, when a woman sat there and called another woman like wifey or that's my this, that's my that, you didn't ever have to sit there and have a thought in your mind that like, oh, you might actually sit there and like do something with this woman.
I don't feel like that she would, but the thing is that
well, the standard is for both genders, really. Just like I don't want this guy, like, and that's not even an insecurity.
The thing is that it's gone to a place where as though the man's position is not really the man's position anymore.
Right.
It's a anything goes type thing.
Right.
And it's like we're slowly letting the world dictate this stuff because, like, man, one day I was looking at commercials and it was like back to back to back, a man kissing a man hugging a man.
Well, we already know the deal with the
and I think, you know, because it's accepted from females that now it's like men don't have a problem when it's two females. Most times, me, I do. I before I didn't. As I grow older, I do have a problem with it because it's like, no, this is my position. You know what I mean?
right. And I feel like
not saying that, you know, I'm against.
no, you're not saying you're
I'm against people that do that. What I'm just saying is, in my instance, I feel as though the man's role is being submissive.
diminished. It's being almost like put in like it's like
it's put into a box and it's forgotten about. And then now it's like men are wearing you know, women's clothing. I've seen a man paint his fingernails and his toenails. Like back then that was like straight.
like that was not happening.
Yeah, that wasn't
I
happening.
think it's because like in a sort of way like the new, I don't want to say the new world order, but like the new way to look at it is like, oh, it's okay to feminize males, and it's like, like, you know what I mean? Some people are, I guess, like trying to make that normal, trying to go ahead and, you know, and some people are like here for it. Others are just like,
yeah,
this is so new. Don't be mad if I'm a little bit like perturbed by it, because I'm like, yo, back in this day, this wasn't even like seen like that. Like I said, like I'm middle generation type person. Granted, I didn't see a lot of males painting their toenails or their nails and doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm gonna tell you a story. I went into a
Too Rare said we live in the Ushers Trading Places music videos.
Who said that?
Too Rare. My God was.
So,
what you say?
so like I went to a nail shop to get, you know, get my toes, you know.
Which we should as males. Let me tell you
As
something. We
males.
on our feet way too much not to get like, you know.
Healthy. Make sure your feet is clean, and you know you're not one of these old school men that has the ashy heel.
Yeah, the ones where you can put your heels together and make a fire.
And then have on the open toe sandals.
Right. You had to barbecue with 3 places to mash your toes.
Yeah. So you know the Chinese lady like tapped me and was like, the guy next to me was a white guy. He was getting his toenails painted red, and she was like, you know, saying like, I was like, whoa, like I never knew they joke about it, you know. What I mean? So I was like, okay, so this is that type of thing is just been. It's the world has accepted everything, but still cut down on man.
It really is crazy, and that's why I sat there and I think I posted something about it because I mentioned something about look, women and men need to understand that the media, and whether or not you believe it, the media is almost trying to make it to where there's a division. There's always been like this sort of division, and I've seen it a million times where, you know, women are posting stats talking about what is it? As soon as you get the bag, run away. So the minute he gets broke because da 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 da. And I've seen it. It's almost like women are the new males and males are the new females.
Absolutely.
And with that being
because
said,
there's so much you know, music and things that influence that. You know what I mean? It's like just think about it. It's like now they're saying I'm FREE nigga free.
Yeah, like
it's like, huh?
I want people. Yeah, like I want like what people gotta understand is too or whatever, because people will sit there and I think in Lightyear or whatever there was like a scene or whatever where 2 women kiss, and I think what people don't understand is that it's not about like, they're like, well, nobody ever has a problem when they show heterosexuality in the it's like, first of all, I can't find not one movie where like I like where I saw like a Toy Story or anything like that was sitting there showing like, yes, there was a heterosexual couple. But first of all, I'm not any sort of sexually anything when it comes to like kids, anything. Also, I think what people need to understand is that it's like to sit there and be like, oh well, your heterosexuality was thrown in our face. It's like, well, that is how you create children.
Correct.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So when you sit there and say, okay, well, this was like that, this was thrown into my face. It's like, well, okay, let's say, you are gay or you are this or whatever. It's just, I know how the media works.
Right.
And to have too much thrown at one time is very annoying. I don't know if you remember, there was like a whole entire year where they sat there and tried to make it like women everything to the point where the damn all female Ghostbusters flopped.
And it's still like that to this day.
It is.
I had an argument with a woman on the radio about this before she had her own show, but it was like women got like every month there's 1 month for a man. And then that 1 month now you celebrating something else as well.
Right, yeah.
Like two things. Now it's like Juneteenth and Pride. So it's like, okay, what do a man really have?
A man gets told that we ain't if we don't pick up the bills. And it's so crazy because like I've heard from people's opinions and what they've had to go ahead and say about the subject. And it's usually some angry person who was mad because of something with either their father or grandfather, which I mean, or like a guy that did them wrong in school. And it's like, like when a guy sits there and says, hey, not all guys are like this. That's not to sit there and be a simp, to be a warrior, because we're trying to sit there and let you know, like, look, we as men now more than ever are told to go out there and bring that bag home, or you don't deserve a hot meal or no ass or no nothing. We are told we can't have unless we sit there and provide. And then on top of that, we're dealing with all this other stuff going on. You know what I mean? And we're gonna bring this back up after this first commercial break. But yeah.
Definitely, man.
Definitely not. Because like I said, you know what? No, it's my show. The thing about it is we sit there and we get all this flack. Like we've been getting it good for so long. It's like, don't confuse us for old, rich, Caucasian males. Mm-hmm. We as black men have always had to hear that. What was it? When we were younger, what was it? Oh, you depressed? You better press these dishes. You know what I mean? Get home. It was like, oh, and like, you taking a sick day today? Yeah, I'm actually sick. Oh, you can't bring no money then. You think you give some soup and some NyQuil? Get up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nah. So again, this is why I sit there and say, I'm like, look, women and men gotta work together on this one. And that's the same way with like, with raising a child. Like, y'all don't need to sit here and hate each other. That's where all these memes are coming from. To sit there and demonize and stuff. Look, I understand. I've seen a couple, and I guess it's like, it's fun to make them. I guess people think like it's fun, it's comedy, ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. But in all seriousness, look, man, when Roe versus Wade came out, man, a lot of us men had to hide because I saw like, some scary stuff right there. And look, it's okay to be mad at certain things, but don't be mad at all, because not all of them are like that for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to our first commercial break. We will be back with Tune World on Power 4.4 Radio. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's up? God.
I love it, man.
Is you got that? Is you got that? Moving through the city, time, yeah, we all got that. Getting to the money, don't stop, oh yeah, we got that. Oh, you talking living on top, we talking about that. Is you got that? Is you got that? Moving through the city, time, yeah, we all got that. Getting to the money, don't stop, oh yeah, we got that. Oh, you talking talking living on top, we talking about that. Everything's like aviated, and we finished. Got some drum all in the back, some baby fake. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I was in the nice and I was in the trial. Oh, she really bad, sacrifice it all the triple blessing, get back. Working harder than everybody, when really know you back. You can't me the back. I want it really, but that is your out, is your bad dad, is your rolling through the city, top down, we all love that. Get to the money, don't step away, shit. I'm good looking fine. We talking about that. It's your bad dad, it's your bad dad. Rolling through the city, top down, we all love that. Get to the money, don't stop, oh yeah, we got that. When we talking living on top, we talking about that.
I love your Tony Crab.
I love your music.
I love your music.
Shake it for me, shake the whole place. Shake it for me, shake the whole place. Let me tax that money, make them all withdraw my face. How many nights you having? Got a few tricks on my sleeve. For your hoe on camera, pen it on me, I say cheese. You need someone's ego, watch your pussy in the sink. Live me like a sissy, pop up my sender got crank. So let's shake it for me, shake it for me. Ball with no ball, man, jeans, bitch on door, man, squeeze, rushed up with my car, don't back me, please, y'all day to me, I hope they drink, please, for my sword, got my totem, told it to eat, bomb in the set, come cut the red rock, don't cost you an arm in the leg, starving like Marvin, you lost with us off, cause you kill us off with your partner over in the bed, sick in the head, I'd rather sprint on the lip than walk with you bitches instead, itching the breast, my trigger finger, oh, what's left on your dignity that I said. Shake. Shake it for me, shake the whole place. Shake it for me, shake the whole place. Let me tax that money, make them all withdraw my face. How many nights you having? Got a few tricks on my sleeve. For your hoe on camera, pen it on me, I say cheese. You need someone's ego, watch your pussy in the sink. Live me like a sissy, pop up my sender got crank. So let's shake it for me, shake it for me.
Chop it low, let me see you freak this. He ain't know you how that sad old fat ghost is. I ain't never see it, didn't drop a bag. Bend it over, shorty, take no fashion over. Got it in the end, instead of sorry, I ain't coming over. This that wet, find me in that jet. You ain't know my body, Molly water got that drip. Yeah, you swore me out of line. Then every single comes back every time. Found my exes out here working, trying to take my line. But I ain't worried about nothing but them dollar signs. And if I know that, better catch that. Or you can burn my money, here go my cash back. I make it bounce, make it shake on your back. Let me break, snack it, let him back. If you don't care. position on the floor, she hit the split. And you bounce it up back on the list. Got him coming home, bitch, that's my consideration of it. Said he wanted the new tape, so I put it in his face. Got that shit, keep him tame, put that nigga in his place. Said he wanted the in his face, got that shit, keep him tame, put that nigga in his place. So I'm looking at my rollie, it's about that time for me to bust it open into my mind. Yeah, I'm looking at my rollie, it's about that time for me to bust it open into my mind. Let me see, let me know, 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 let me bounce that booty like a basketball. And if you don't shake it at all. Bounce that booty like a basketball. And if you don't shake it at all.
Whatever. Tell me how you want to see it. Does it? Okay.
That's right, it's Mr. Flood Season himself, DJ King Ray, and you tune into, of course, Tune World with the one and only Kid Kong, only on Power 4.4 Radio.
Ladies, it's your queen of trauma drama, Evangelist.
Ghosts. That's right. There might be a ghost. And speaking of ghosts or whatever, there's a certain subject I want to bring up. The ghosting of the Lamar talks, the Lamar contract extension talks. I don't know if y'all see this. By the way, I don't know if you saw anything on. Did you see Lamar roasting Bernard Pollard?
Yeah.
Now I don't know how. Like I don't know how angry you got to be to come at Lamar, right? But you see how Lamar Jackson's a very passive man. Like not like passive, but he's just like he don't back down to nothing, but he don't start nothing. Won't start nothing, won't beat nothing. You feel me? So and like for what it's worth, like I liked Bernard Pollard back in the day. I did. But you gotta understand who you're dealing with here. To sit there and say wide receivers don't want to play for Lamar because he's not a top 10 quarterback, where are your sources?
Actually, it's just speculation. A lot of it is a lot of these receivers don't want to play in Greg Roman's scheme.
That has nothing to do with Lamar.
I think if it wasn't, Greg Roman's, his.
I promise you, the Ravens could have picked up Ken Wisenhunt as an offensive coordinator, and Hollywood would have stayed. But people like wide receivers, like they're not there to block. No. I don't know if you remember Dez Bryant's tenure, but that was so disappointing because you wanted truly, if Lamar was able to air that ball out, I feel like Dez would have gotten a lot more passes done.
Yeah, they was like what they would do with him is they would give him the ball behind, like a quick toss, and he's supposed to make something happen.
Yeah, like these basic screen passes are supposed to get this man through. So for Bernard Pollard to sit there and come for Lamar, saying Lamar's not a top 10 quarterback, I mean those are lies. You know what I mean? And I understand Lamar had a bad season last season. Like he did. I wouldn't necessarily even call it like bad. It was subpar. He had 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. But let's not sit there. And I think this is something that people don't understand is Lamar Jackson was playing behind a very banged up O-line. Mm-hmm. He was not playing. He had third stringers, for God's sakes.
So you realize most of Lamar Jackson's injuries are caused by him trying to throw the ball?
Yeah.
Not running.
And I don't think people understand that. You know what I mean? So, but like my thing is, it's like, look, BP, you had your time. You had your time with the Ravens. It was cool. I personally I think he had maybe one memorable strip sack. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he had some bone crushing tackles. But you need pure analysis here. You know? People keep saying Lamar keeps going off his MVP season. I do not see too many quarterbacks with as much hate as Lamar's gotten. And it's like, where's all this coming from? You know what I mean? Again, what is it? Is it because he came in and changed the game. Like,
Yeah.
like
I think that's what it is. I think, and a lot of it is frustration with him because he doesn't have an agent. So usually the agent can create some noise and
something,
but they don't know.
They
don't know how his contract is going. They don't know.
Yeah, like Rosenhaus would at least have like maybe like a Twitter update, something like that.
I don't know if they gave him an offer and he turned it down and they.
Well, but here's the thing. I think people are forgetting that there was a time before Twitter and before, analysis and Sports Center and all this stuff where contract talks and all this stuff wasn't put out there. It wasn't public.
Nah, it wasn't.
The only people that truly know what's going on between Lamar and the Ravens are Lamar and the Ravens. So it's like, do you really honestly think that like you can sit there and comfort this guy and he's not gonna say anything back to you? Like first of all, Lamar is the quarterback that Baltimore wants. Like personally, if it's up to me, I want Lamar to go as far as he possibly can. I want him to retire a Raven. This is the guy I want to sit there and see behind center for years to come. But you cannot sit there and tell me that just because this guy didn't, and that's another thing too. I think Mahomes set the bar really high.
Mahomes?
Yeah, because what was it? I mean, Mahomes has been in the league for 3-4 years now, and already has a ring.
But you can't. I mean, he set the tone, but the thing is what people don't understand is like this. I used to say Emmitt Smith was the best running back ever, right?
Right.
Well, everybody would argue with that and say, well, Barry Sanders was.
Right.
And I would be like, look at Emmitt Smith's numbers. And they like, yeah, but he has a line. Barry Sanders does that without a line.
Yeah, Barry Sanders did that with the Lions.
You know what I mean? So it's like everybody, have their opinion on things, and it's like, but at the same time, it's like, what's real? What's really real? And how can all of the talks is on Lamar? It's like, okay, Lamar doesn't make just the Ravens. He's a good portion of it.
He is the quarterback, but there's so much more to that team. Like for real. Like, do you ever hear anything about the running backs, the defense, anything like that? Like, let's not sit here and act like it's all on Lamar. If this was a sport where offense was the only thing out there, sure. But you can't sit there and do that. We can't sit here and 1 year christen him like the new thing of football, like, MVP season, all that, and then sit there and hate on the guy because he's playing behind a line and a team that, let's be realistic, as soon as we heard that JK the bus and Peters were down, that we sat there and even like our Baltimore pride kind of went down a little bit. Yeah. You can't sit there and put all this on Lamar. He is one position out of many positions. You can't sit there and do that.
All right, so I got a question for you. So do you feel as though we are good at the running back spot?
I do. Yes. I think that we will be fine.
Because we really don't have much of. We don't really know how an injury can go. We've seen that with Ronnie Stanley. He got hurt, but we played next year.
I really believe that I think we're good at the running back position because the Ravens have always been good at the running back position. And even if right now it doesn't necessarily seem like it was with the injury, again, one thing as a former athlete, if you want to go ahead and call it, if there's one thing you know, it's that once someone tears their ACL, they're never the same.
Mm-hmm.
Never the same. So with that being said, do I think we're okay? Yeah, I think we'll be fine because for real, you like if you ask me, was the running back situation bad last year? No. Yes, it was in a sense that our starters got hurt, but Latavius Murray and Freeman, they did their thing. And we can't say.
I think Freeman did a great job. Actually, I was hoping they brought him back, but we didn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got a loaded backfield right now, but that's not to say they won't sign it back. Truly, I like to see Latavius Murray back.
Yeah, he did pretty good too.
And I wish we'd have done more with Tyson Williams. I wish we would. I'm pretty sure he's with a new team right now.
Mm-hmm.
But running backs are something that you've never seen a Ravens team since 1996, where you sat there and said, "Oh, damn! Like we got a problem." I promise you, if Chester Taylor would have played for the Lions, we would never known that nigga's name today. Yeah, like for real. You know what I mean? We're the type of team that we'll make
it work.
Yeah, like our backfield, we'll
build you into a running back.
Come on, man. Do you remember LaRon McClain? Do you remember that, man?
Yeah, there's been a couple of them that
yeah, LaRon McClain, Patrick Ricard, there's Lorenzo Neal for a little. We will always be good in the backfield. I think we'll be fine in time for the season. But and people have been talking about it. They're like, we need to go out there and sign a wide receiver. There's a lot of wide receivers out there. Why not go out there and grab Golden Tate, make a play for Ty? And I disagree with Bernard Pollard's analysis that these players don't want to play for Lamar. I just think that right now we have enough wide receivers ingrained into our system that they're going to go out there and they're going to get those stats up. They're going to go out there and do their thing. Even against Greg Roman's messery, they're going to go out there and be able to put the numbers needed to succeed in the next season. That's how I feel.
Nope.
That's right. Also, I need you to get the clap ready because big shout out to my Baltimore Orioles on a 10-game win streak. Yeah, that's right. Something about that just soothes my soul. Something about that just soothes my soul. Something about that just soothes my soul. Let me tell you something about it, right? Because I remember going to O's games and people would sit there and be like, Chris, why? Why are you going to Orioles game? The Orioles suck. And I was like, well, for one, there's just something about $6, $8 tickets that titillate my soul. And secondly, because I said the Orioles are going to be nice before y'all know it.
Yeah.
Our 10-game win streak got snapped yesterday, but we just beat the Tampa Bay Rays today.
I think, I was talking to a guy at work, and he mentioned a very valid point. As long as the Orioles have a good pitching staff, yeah, they can be a 500 ball club.
Well, let me tell you something.
Because pitching is a huge part.
And now let me ask you a question. Do you know much about baseball?
I don't know much, but I know a lot.
All right, let me ask you something. All right. Now before you answer, do you think that the Orioles will get moved to Nashville?
No.
Why do you think?
Why? Because I'm sure after a season like this, where they're showing a little bit promising. Shout out to No Promise fan.
Yeah, y'all see the shirt? I love the shirt, by the way.
I feel as though I help them out.
I do believe that too. And let me tell you my analysis on it. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is spending all that money to move a wall back so pitchers will play in this park and then sell the team. It's not going to be done. You can't do something like that. You can't sit there and realistically spend millions of dollars to improve a park just to be like, okay, let's get up out of here. Like this, like we're not talking about the Detroit Lions of a baseball team anymore. We're talking about a team that is sub 500. We're talking about a team that's Sports Center, that Scott Van Pelt, shout out to Scott Van Pelt, sat there and said was one of the most dangerous teams in baseball right now. We're talking about a team that just won 10 games in a row and hadn't done that since 99. You know what I was doing in 99?
Okay. What were you doing in 99?
I was playing a PlayStation 2. Wasn't thinking about bills or shit. I was 8 years old. I think about nothing.
Okay.
Cal Ripken was the face of everything.
Right.
And now our guys are over here showing why the rebuild is that. People looked at People looked at Elias like he was crazy. Man, how many times we gonna sit here and lose? Do you know how genius that is? This man, the waiver wire, the way it works is you pick a player that another team gets rid of and put him on your roster. Jorge Lopez was a starter who went like 2-14 one year. This man is going to an all-star game as a closer. The Kansas City Royals gave away this guy, and we take him and put him in an all-star game, which means the way the metrics of baseball works is if we want to, we can take Lopez now and either keep him, a closer, or trade him for better, younger players. The genius of it, of Bud Elias, is beyond me because I sit here and look at the entire team, and they are a team of minor league call-ups and waiver claims. Odor was given away by the Yankees, and this guy has been clutch. Mountcastle, somebody from our minor league system. Mullins, a guy who was fresh out of our minor league system, just went 30 for 30 last year, is now over here tearing stuff up. Austin Hayes wasn't even a thought, and now he's one of the best defensive fielders in Major League Baseball. We have a team built on no money. No money whatsoever.
That's the Peter Angelo's way.
That's the Bud Elias. Peter Angelos just looks at it like, yeah, sure, if I don't have to spend it.
I'm fine.
Right. Absolutely. And you know what? We're fine with it too.
Yeah, we are.
We are, because bottom line is I'm watching our team win, and we as those fans, we're happy about that. Another thing I'm happy about is commercial break. So we're gonna be right back. Stay tuned on Tune World on Power 4.4 Radio. I love that.
We was insane.
We was. Why do I think this is my song?
Show me love exists without the violence. Say I love you now cause I know what it means. Take some time to get used to the silence. You reminded you still only be a scream. Know if I could trust what's in my eyelids. I just want to have
right here. Really? Somebody just said he was sorry.
yes, I am the pirate.
Yeah, no
Feel like we're
He's getting played.
I know this is just a murder I rose. Never heard of I know. Jumping over hurdles I go. Later for it, I know.
I was gonna say, did you get it for the two best times?
Somebody said,
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody had a free song on the radio.
no, you said it.
I said this.
I just never played this. I didn't know what it was.
I wish they just send a name. Whoever you are, you got your song played on my radio.
Show me love exists without the violence. Say I love you now cause I know what it means. Take some time to get used to the silence. You reminded you still only be a scream. Know if I should trust what's in my eyelids. I just know that life ain't for what it seems. Like satisfied and I say I'm the pirate. The days I like is taking over me.
I'm sorry, hitting the Don Cornelius when I hit that Blizzard Mustang. It's so much fun.
Hey, how you like this?
That's a flyer. See? Just go. I do bullshit like you could do a flyer. Hey.
Yeah, just see girl on TikTok. That's what feels like this time. Up all day on guitar. I'm just here for a good time. I'm a nigga everybody despise. Never got this guy. Get my band on ziplock. You call me like this time. Just see girl on TikTok. That's what feels like this time. Up all day on guitar. I'm just here for a good time. I'm a nigga everybody ziplock. Keep it on me like Insta. Just see a girl on TikTok. Now your girl on my Insta.
Let's get this song.
Big top. She cut it with the front top. Bitch, you head on flip flop. Shoot me nigga like shit top. Cowboy coming back Prescott. So outside I see. Horrible bitch on Ben Pop. Spin my words like this shot.
Yeah.
Under my neck like a chin lock. Got some saying nigga pissed off. Keep yourself to a distance. Keep that hate on the inside. Y'all so sweeter than a ring pop. Leave your shit here, pin drop. Strum this dick like guitar. Twitch for big like Pixar. Better to be pissed than pissed off. Said I'd never make it this far. Laid up grass to a big crop. Talk all tough and shit rock. Bitch, my show you a guest spot. So let's all dance to this spot. Yeah, just see a girl on TikTok. Dance to a kill like this time. Up all day on get top. I'm just here for a good time. I'm the nigga everybody despise. You're not the guy who's this guy. Get my band for the ziplock. Keep it on me like this time. Just see a girl on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, you gotta let me know how much you
on TikTok. Home back just here for a good time. I'm the nigga everybody despise. Look at every guy who's this guy. Get my band for the ziplock. Keep it on me like a sense out.
This is S.V. Y'all know I be turned into Power 4.4 Radio. Tune right with my man Kid Kong. Go ahead and give him them tracks, son.
Yeah. Oh my God, Rich, we ready to do it again, bro. Hey, watch this. Fumando me paso, me siento bien alto. Tranquilo, tenemos un asalto, los panas son míos, no saben, no falso. Fumando me paso, me siento bien alto. Tranquilo, tenemos un asalto, los panas son míos, no saben, no falso. Y solo queremos los puertos, so dame la vuelta y yo la encargo. Ahora estamos traficando, tú mueves los botes y yo muevo los blancos. Y para mí no movemos el taco. Rich, it's been a minute since I got to hop on the beat and get loose. Stack on the neck, got me feeling like that. I've been getting active when I'm on the beat. Go to a party, just me and my niggas. I'm looking some bitches that's trying to make moves. Baby, I'm cool, I'm a different nigga. Just trying to get figures, not fucking with you. Deja vu, boy, I feel a problem. And there ain't nobody to solve it. Just stay in facts when I say I'm the hardest. The nigga that you want parts with, put them together, treat them like a sculpture. Then pick them apart like a vulture. Reason I rap is half for the culture. The other half go to my car, but I'm eating up, I just got in the flame. Fucking with me, well, you must be insane. Fuck out the bottom as high as a plane. From the beat that I smoke, I don't think I can land. We gonna go if we stick to the plan. If you grow, then you grow, I won't say you my man. If I got it, you got it, boy, fuck is you saying? Ain't no need to where we stay, bitch. Y solo queremos los puertos, so dame la vuelta y yo la encargo. Ahora estamos traficando, tú mueves los botes y yo muevo los blancos. Y por aviones movemos el tanque. Watch how we move on the water and start bringing up for the show. Came in my lane and I'm staying to go. You do it, done, hard for you to flow. Game changer, every me bring the flow. I saw you a joke. Call me rich, bitch. Call me to go from the way that I talk. It will have your bitch so mad. I got you. Puerto Rican flip on the song. If you ain't game, leave me alone. Leave me alone, call bro. They always hitting my phone. Can't wait till that nigga come home. I'm back in my mode.
So much fun.
They see the two, but we can't make the four. By the time that they notice, we can get some more. Fumando me paso, me siento bien alto. Tranquilo, tenemos un asalto. Los panas son míos, tú sabes, no falso. Y solo queremos los puertos, so dame la vuelta. Ahora estamos traficando, tú mueves los botes y yo muevo los barcos. Y por aviones movemos el taco.
Ah, Rich! Richie Friday there. I never get him a gato. Good Lord, go ahead and tell them what that last one was real quick.
Yeah, so we had Phobia, whoever that is. And then we had Kid Kong and Kid Talk.
That's right.
So much fun.
So much fun.
Then we have a man, Rich Rowdy with Go.
Rich and Rowdy would go. right there on Power 4.4 Radio.
Money, the castle.
Oh, damn it, I love that song. Good Lord. I tried Popo. I said, hey man, where gotta find that song? He's like, no, I'm working on something heavy. I'm like, nah, nigga, I need that one.
I said, oh hey, oh.
Yeah, hey, oh hey.
Hey, oh hey.
I need a little bit. Yeah,
What you gonna do, huh?
Yeah, what's the matter with you, man? Like, you know, see, think about it is calm. He's working at magic. When you have magic.
So, kid, you
work
know,
for Disney.
before we get to where we need to get to,
That's right.
we have to say to everybody out there,
That's right.
if you haven't bought your ticket to TuneFest, what are you waiting on?
What are you waiting on?
Because we're gonna have so much fun.
That's right. So much fun. That's right. We got the flyer, y'all. We have the flyer.
That's like a Ric Flair.
Woo! So I like it. I love it. Put some soul up in there, real cool. Look, that's a little bit of soul up in there. That's right, y'all. Y'all need to go ahead and grab these TuneFest tickets. We're gonna go ahead and have the event right out here real soon.
Definitely.
Real soon. Like I'm trying to tell y'all.
Definitely.
TuneFest.
We need y'all support, so definitely make sure you pick up your ticket.
That's right. Grab your
For the low.
That's right. Grab your tickets for the low. How much of the low?
The lowest.
The lowest of the low.
It's 20, right?
It's 20. That's right. 20.
20.
That's right. $20 to have yourselves a banging time. Which,
Right.
speaking of which, shout out to.
Right, beer pong, cornhole.
We're gonna have all of that.
All that. Power 4.4 spinning wheel.
That's right. Yeah. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I see you doing this, Jay. Right? Tell me why. If you actually do successfully RKO me through like the beer pong table, if you win, I see you putting a John Cena spinner on.
I definitely will do something like that.
The J is up, my J is down. You can't see me. The J is down.
Most definitely, man.
That's most definitely, yeah.
Why not?
Big shout out to the artists that are in fact have sent me they performance dues and whatnot. We're gonna have Esoteric Agenda. We're gonna have Fairy Tale Entertainment. We got Covez the rapper. We got Tonto. We're going to have Heartbeat. It's about to be ridiculous.
Definitely. Make sure y'all come out, man. We definitely going to have a great time with us.
We are going to have so much fun.
You might witness an RKO out of nowhere.
Oh, nah. Like, listen, look, y'all, there is a stripper pole there. So I might just throw you into that. Like it's the pole that the wrestlers be throwing them into on the side and shit. You know, I go, look, he just ran Theory into the steel pole. Like, nah, that's gonna be your nugget.
So, kid, I got an idea.
What's your
I'll
idea?
share it for you. I'll share it.
What's that idea?
I'll share it off we get off one.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna put it out there because I don't want you.
You don't want to ruin the surprise to the people.
Well, I don't want you to, look at me like, hey, wait.
Hey ho.
What you doing?
Yo, we cannot keep saying hey ho, hey. We gotta pay 5 cents. That look like Spotify.
What you gonna do, huh?
That's another one. Stop. If he starts trademarking these, we're done. Because I can't not talk about Anchor. That's
man.
right. TuneFest, y'all, hosted by DJ Punisher.
You know, I might have to RKO Billy Live to the table.
You like, okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you and Billy Live got into a wrestling match, my money is on Billy.
Really?
My brother, come on now. Billy, like, I like, look, you a lanky motherfucker, but Billy got them arms.
What you gonna do, man?
What am I gonna do? I'm putting my money on Billy Live.
You ain't no faith in me?
I got plenty of faith, but you took the belt and ran. You ain't even defended against me. I feel like Billy would walk in there like the Undertaker, just he just lifts the cat off the cap off his dome ski, and you just see the eyes. You will perform at Summer Jam. Yeah, we have so much fun on this show, y'all. I swear. Thank you to everybody that checks us out. Don't forget to like Power 4.4 Radio on every single social media outlet. It's not hard, y'all. Power 4.4 Radio. And get your tickets to TuneFest because it is about to be so lit. So lit. I'm telling y'all. So much fun. I just mentioned some of the acts: Fairy Tale, Entertainment, Esoteric Agenda,
also
Kobe as the rapper, High Energy. I know y'all know who that is.
Also, if y'all would like to be a vendor, please contact Kid.
Please contact Kid Kong.
Last year we had art.
We did.
We had art. We had beer pong. We had great DJ. We had so much fun.
We did.
It rained one drop and the DJ. The bank was like to the inside.
Right. No, Ed didn't even feel the drop. Somebody had told him, yo, I felt a drop. He said, to the back cave. Yo, it was over from there. It really was. Like, I see him grabbing this stuff. I'm like, wait, where
you going?
He said, hey, who hate my equipment? What did he say? He was like, you ain't pay me extra for the tent to put around the equipment.
Yeah. Fellas, you gotta go inside.
Yeah, fellas, listen, I don't feel like being outside. You know, mosquitoes. They suck the blood. They give nothing. I'm gonna start tagging Egg whenever. But yes, y'all, it is about to be monumental in this month. And so get your tickets. You know, if you know anybody that wants to perform, which believe me, a lot of y'all are hitting me up to perform. I got an inbox full of DMs of people that want to perform. I'll go ahead and let you know what you need and what to do. But if I can't get to your message immediately, y'all gotta understand, my inbox is buried. So I'm trying to get back to everybody as soon as possible, but I promise I got you. It's my promise.
Most definitely.
That's right. Well, it's been a great episode of Tune World. Want to go ahead and thank everybody that's gone ahead and checked us out and everything. Yo, again, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, you know, all of that. TikTok, you know, Twitter. Just see a girl on TikTok. Yeah. There's some twins like this. Yeah. So much fun. So much fun, y'all. From Jay McGraw and Kid Con, it's been Tune World on Power 1.4 Radio. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned. Yeah. So much fun.